Good day, YouTube. This is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just another update here on HEXO. I've been covering them, talking about them a lot here lately. And I did a video on them back on the 16th, and I think another one a couple days before that. But this is another update. As you can see, it's going down here again on HEXO. Here you can see what it's done over the last year. Had the $10.28 run up on the 10th. And ever since then, just been kind of coming down, and I'm sure it hit a 52-week low here again today. We'll find out. Here's a look at the last 3 months. It's down. In the last month, it's down 36%. Last week, it's down, and here it's down again today. So, when I first did a video on this one, just a week or two ago, I had cost basis of $17. I've cut that down considerably by buying some more shares, but I need to do it again here today. So this is ticker HEXO. If you don't know much about this one, it's an MJ play. Right there you can see, and feel free to pause and go over that. Founded in 2013. Volume of 3.42 million, average volume of 9.3 million, with a $285 million market cap. So, yeah, this is another one that I kind of love to hate, along with Sundial. Just did a video on them a couple minutes ago, so you'll have to look for that in the library. And here's a look at their next earnings, or their actual earnings, I should say. So there's the actual, and here's the estimated. So looks like they're estimating, looks like a little bit below zero, and they came in about 46 cents per share. Right there's the estimated minus 8 cents, and it was actually 46. I just bought some back on the 15th, so last week thought I was doing good hitting the bottom, but not. And here's some more. I bought 20 shares at $1.02. Still lowered my cost basis from 17 and change, but still need to might just watch this one and see how much lower it's going to go. So I don't know with this one. And over here on Bing, currently showing it as a hold. Why HEXO stock was down 11.8% this week. And this is just dated last week on the 17th, so it dropped 11.8%. The stock, which closed at 0.9531 on Friday, fell as low as to 78 cents a share on Wednesday. 52-week high of 11.4, down 77% for the year. So this one's really down. There's plenty of concerns regarding HEXO. You can say that again. That's why I've been following this one and trying to dollar cost average into it. Here's what really screwed my cost basis up. Last year, the company which was then on the New York Stock Exchange, was in a similar position before it did a 4-for-1 reverse split to raise its share price. This talks about being kind of underwhelmed by investors. Definitely one of them. And feel free to pause and go over some of that information. To add the changes during its first quarter earnings call, the company announced a new strategic plan called the Path Forward. How convenient. Put a lot of thought into that one. To become the first Canadian MJ company with a position net cash flow of company with positive negative cash flow, positive net. Wow, I can't talk today. Positive net, give you something to laugh at. In 2022, by trimming its costs, streamlining its organization, and improving margins. And then it goes over what next. Only Canopy and Aurora had more sales than HEXO in the last quarter. I did just did a video on Canopy. Revenue gains were due to its recent acquisitions of Redican, Zenabis, and 48 North. I've covered all that information on previous videos. I'll link that in the description. Think of investing in HEXO Corp. Here's what you need to know. Some other information dated last week. There's some stock performance. With the market capitalization of HEXO Corp currently standing at around $235.18 million, investors are eagerly awaiting the quarter's results scheduled on March 16, 2022 to March 21, 2022. So we'll see what happens between the stock between now and then. But some are saying it's 100% sell on average, and I'm not selling. I'm dollar cost averaging into it. I don't know if I'll get any more of that done today or keep continuing to watch it through the end of the year and see if stocks go down. Sometimes they do this time of year, the ones that I watch anyway. Do options traders know something about HEXO stock? We don't, and this is dated here today. Need to pay close attention to the stock based on the moves in the options lately. That's because the January 21, 2022 dollar call had some of the highest volatility of all equity options today. This goes over what implied volatility is. It's when the stock is going to move, expecting a big move in one direction or the other. Here's a little bit more of what analysts think. Products industry that ranks in the bottom 26% of the Zacks industry rank over the last 60 days. No analysts have increased their earnings estimates for the current quarter. Why Tilray, and I did a video on them last week. OrganiGram holding stocks dropped today, and this is just dated an hour ago. General market weakness is hitting many sectors today, especially higher risk holdings. MJ stocks certainly qualify as high risk. So Tilray, HEXO, and OrganiGram are all in the red in Monday morning trading. These stocks were traded down 6.1%, 5 and 4.7 cents respectively. In addition to the risk-off mentality from investors in general, a large Canadian peer, Canopy Growth, was also downgraded at equivalent to sell recommendations as investment banker. Piper today, due to negative sales trends across the company business, reported on CNBC. So, getting downgraded, so that's not going to help this one at all. Company showed operating expenses that soared, which resulted in a net loss of over $90 million. Tilray hasn't wavered. It's pursuing its own strategy. However, the company plans to grow its total fiscal year revenue by $4 billion by the middle of the calendar year 2024. Earlier this month, it announced a new acquisition in line with its strategy. Its Colorado-based whiskey maker Breckenridge Distillery joins a Sweetwater Brewing as United States-based alcohol companies under Tilray ownership. And I've talked about the distillery and the Sweetwater Brewing in a couple videos back. Like I said, I'll link all of that in the description for you. Trust CBD, U.S. Molson Coors, and HEXO Corp joint venture, and I talked about that on one or two videos ago with HEXO. Always good to see a major player like Coors in a joint venture with this one. Always good to see. Here on Stock Twits, currently at 79 cents, 52-week low of 78, high of $11.04, $262 million market cap, and 3.21 million on the volume. Year 2 relying on U.S. legalization to bring any real returns, no different than CGC. They're over-leveraged in a struggling sector. They're literally insolvent in less than 4 quarters. Could be as little as 180 days. So this one might have to be patient. And if you're willing to get into it and dollar cost average into it, again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice here on the channel. It's up to you to do your own due diligence. Currently at 78 cents with a moderate sell and a 33% upside to $1.04, high of $1.63, and a low of 62 cents. I would be happy with the $1.63, but it's not going to hit my cost basis. That's why I'm going to watch this one today and see if I can buy some here. And this is a 52-week low of 78 cents, and I'm positive that hit it today. So we'll see how much lower this one's going to go. I'm going to watch it. I don't know if I'll buy any more. I'd like to get up to 100 shares, drop my cost basis down. I'd have to do the math and see what that would take, but it's going to be quite a few more to get it to a dollar cost basis, that's for sure. But if you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments. I get all kinds of comments about this one, sometimes negative in regards to cartel action, but that's, I think, kind of typical on a lot of these. If you really research the you-know-what out of them, you would probably find some cartel action on a lot of these MJ plays. So, but that's just my opinion. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.